What's up guys, Pronto here coming at you with Madden 13 franchise mode, and this is going to be a video talking about which teams I have in mind of choosing for my franchise mode, connected careers, whatever you want to call it, for Madden 13. Now, I had a list, of 5 teams that I was going to choose. I narrowed it down to 3 after playing with them in Madden 13 a bit, looking at their rosters and comparing them a bit. So here were my first 5. Wait, actually before that, I'm going to let you know a couple things, okay? First of all, I'm not doing the Detroit Lions again. I'm sorry if you're a Detroit Lions fan, but hear me out that you should come back and watch franchise Madden 13 no matter what team I'm being, because it is just a game. It's just Madden, and if I'm not your favorite team anymore, I'm still going to get some Detroit Lions players because I fell in love with that team doing a franchise with them. So I'm going to get some Detroit Lions players with us. And actually, one of my teams has one former Detroit Lion player. So you can say, if I pick that team, I'm already one-upping my offer. So anyways, I'm not going to be doing them, but I think you should really stick around because it's going to be a ton of fun nonetheless. And the other thing was, if you're excited about this, if you can't wait for me to start my franchise, I will be starting it week 1 of the NFL. Please drop a like on the video. It just shows me the support, and I just want to blow the likes just out of the water this video. That'll be awesome, and just really makes me feel good when I get a lot of support on my videos. But anyways, let's get into talking about it now. So I had 5 teams in mind. These 5 teams were the Falcons, the Ravens, the Buccaneers, the 49ers, and the Bengals were a late addition. The Bengals, I'm not too sure about. I got gameplay here of 2 of the teams, so you might have thought, hey, these are probably 2 of the teams when you saw the gameplay. But those are 2 of the teams. But the Bengals were a late addition because a couple people suggested it, but they're like they're my last go-to for the choice. But anyways, I kicked out the Falcons and the Ravens. I'm down to 3 now because the Falcons and the Ravens, they're pretty much a very close and identical team. I think the Falcons are a bit better offensively, and I think the Ravens might be a bit better defensively. But I don't want to do either of those teams because it seems like that would be too easy for me. And I know the 49ers are probably the best out of the bunch, but I just felt like I didn't want to do the Falcons or the 49ers just because they had pretty good quarterbacks. I wouldn't call them elite, but they are quarterbacks that, they're young and they are about... They're not in the medium range. They're in the high range of quarterbacks. But anyways, so those guys are out. Don't even say Falcons or Ravens. By the way, you're going to be voting on this in the comments below. So right now you can give me your pick and maybe a reason if you want. The Buccaneers, the 49ers, or the Bengals. You can give me one of those picks in the comments below. Just comment it once. Everyone gets a comment, and I'm going to tally them up. So if you want to just destroy that, I think there'll be a lot of comments with choices, but if there isn't, that might lead me to just pick my own team. But I hope there's a ton of comments because a lot of people have been asking and a lot of people want to have a say in it. So leave your comment which team. Now I'm going to talk about which team I think I would prefer. So originally I was going to go with the 49ers, and I was pretty much set on that. They're pretty good. Their wide receivers, though, they got Moss now, and he's getting old, so he would probably retire in the later seasons as we move on. Because I'm gonna go through probably 6-7 seasons. I'm thinking, if not more. It depends how busy I am with university and stuff. But they got Moss, they got Michael Crabtree, and they got Mario Manningham. So those are pretty good receivers. I wouldn't say they got anybody really good. Like the Bengals have AJ Green. I think he'll be like really good. His rating wise, like he already is really good, but his rating wise will go way up as I continue the franchise. But those three wide receivers, they also have what interested me most, really, but I don't know if it does anymore, is their halfbacks. They got Frank Gore, of course, Kendall Hunter. I believe they still have Brandon Jacobs. I think they still do. It doesn't matter. That guy didn't really matter to me. And then they got LaMichael James. So they got like a big list of these diverse running backs, really, because Frank Gore's kind of speed, but he's also strength. They got Kendall Hunter, he's pretty speedy. LaMichael James, really speedy. And then they got Brandon Jacobs, who's more like a third down back. He likes to grind through the trenches. But I don't know if that interests me as much anymore, because I kind of like focusing with one running back. I think LaMichael would sit in more with the special teams, but I also wanted to use him because he is fast, he's a rookie, and he seems like somebody who would make exciting plays, especially in this Madden. But also Frank Gore would make exciting plays because, he's stronger, so he would probably just break off a lot of tackles, with this new physics engine. But that's pretty much my reasoning for the 49ers. They do have Alex Smith, and he's a good quarterback as well. I think he was like within the top 10 rated, or even the top 5 rating. He might have been 5th top rated in the quarterbacks in Madden 13. I'm not too sure if I'm right with that one, but he was in the top 10 for sure. So then getting into it, I think the Buccaneers changed to like my newest first option. Like, I really want to be the Buccaneers, so hopefully I get lots of comments. But 49ers or Buccaneers, it doesn't really matter. Those are my two main ones. But the Bengals can also, I can be swayed. Maybe if you give me a little reasoning behind it or something. But the Buccaneers, they got Josh Freeman, they got LeGarrette Blount. That's, I'm not too sure who they have at running back other than LeGarrette Blount. I didn't really look into it that much. Can't think off the top of my head. But Blount's a beast. He's not. He reminds me of Frank Gore, really. He's like Frank Gore, but I think he's a bit lower rated, so they're not going to be as good as the 49ers, and I kind of want to do that rebuilding phase. But that was, Buccaneers are moving up in my choices because they do have Mike Williams and and Vincent Jackson. I almost forgot, they got Vincent Jackson now. So both 49ers and the Buccaneers have that older wide receiver that I kind of like. Of course, Vincent Jackson is a bit younger than Randy Moss, but I believe he is, at least. I don't know if I'm just dreaming that, but yeah. So then the Bengals, I think the Bengals are my last pick, but if I get an overwhelming response to choose the Bengals, I will choose the Bengals. The Bengals, they do have a team that's not amazing, but they're pretty good, so I think that's where I want to set in. Like, the Lions, to me, were a team that had a couple guys, of course they have Megatron, but I wanted to develop them, which I did a bit. I don't want to do a complete overall. I don't want to do somebody, I don't know what a good example. I don't want to offend anybody, so I won't make a good example of a big rebuilding team, because that might be saying that their team sucks. But I think the Bengals will be my last option. Like I said, they got AJ Green, they got Andy Dalton. I couldn't even think of his name for a bit. I will see. I pretty much picked teams that were kind of alike but kind of different at the same time. So I'm gonna figure it out. But you guys have a huge say in this, so please let me know in the comments below. That rhymed. Just let me know, and I will be picking through the comments, and whoever got voted on the most, if it's a close thing, like, say 50 votes for the Buccaneers, 60 votes for the 49ers. I don't know, maybe I might sway to choose my team if it's that close, but I think there's going to be a decisive agreement between all of you guys. Of course, there's going to be somebody's gonna say every team. Like, there's gonna be a choice for every team, but those are the 3 teams. And just let me know in the comments, like I said. And I'm really excited for Madden 13. I wrapped up Detroit Lions franchise with a live stream, and that was the off season. I simulated a whole season. We picked up Peyton Manning and the free agents. You guys might have seen the video, but it was awesome. It was a ton of fun. I'm thinking a live stream off seasons in Madden 13, which will be really awesome. So leave that comment, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Thank you for watching.